Hello and welcome to another Magic the Gathering video. So today I was out at Walmart. Actually, the reason why I was mainly over there was to get a poster frame for my Cancer Bats tour poster from way back in 2008. Just pan up to that. So that was the thing I was trying to get primarily over there for, to get a frame for. It's been sitting in a tube since I moved to Canada, because in 2008 I was sort of just starting to think about moving over to Nova Scotia, and that was a daytime gig I went to. It was an all ages, I think, and in addition to Cancer Bats, Johnny Truant and Hexes, Ghost of 1000 were also playing there. This was a gig down in Brighton on the south coast of England, and that was a limited edition tour poster that they produced. That was you probably can't see it very clearly. In the bottom corner it says in pencil 36 out of 60. So anyway, I was getting a cheap frame for that just so I can finally get it up on the wall. And while I was over there, I had another look at these. Now, anybody that buys magic stuff from Walmart will know, and know from other videos I've done, that it's very interesting, the sort of Walmart specific stuff that often turns up. So I've done other videos about these sort of packs of 3 magic boosters and a sort of promo foil that they've been doing, and I did an unboxing or an opening of one where I think they had the particular foil had seen quite a bit of play in a Reanimator deck at the time. But what was interesting about this is the fact this is the first pack I've seen where you can actually see what boosters you're getting without trying to guess them by looking at the side of the colours, because normally these are in a stack, often with the foil promo on top, so you can't really see what boosters you are getting, and unless you sort of have opened quite a lot of boosters over the years, it's not always very easy to work out what the boosters are from just the side panels. You get better the more boosters you open, but with this you can actually see them all. And I'd seen this, I think, last week when I've been able to get a different poster frame for a larger poster. And what caught my eye was the fact that these 3 boosters are from the same block. They're all from the Return to Ravnica block. So at Walmart in Canada, or the Walmart that I go to, you'll probably find that and this is true of boosters generally in Canada, they're around about the $5 mark. So this pack, just before tax, comes in at around just under $15. So I thought, well, one, it's a good opportunity for me to do some pack openings, because I must admit at the moment things have been a bit slow on the channel, but also to just talk about a little bit about how you can sort of utilize products in a constructive way. It's very easy in Magic to get into this grind of basically just opening packs and then using them either to trade or to build decks. But one thing that a lot of people are into is the fact that there's ways in which you can play cards out of the box by not necessarily building a constructed deck. And I've done several videos now that talk about things like pack wars, and I did a video about building a pack wars kit. So this video sort of attempts to just, obviously we're going to open these packs, but also just talk a bit about you're getting leverage or getting the maximum benefit out of Magic product. So just as a quick recap, I've done a few of these now. These are what I call a Pack Wars toolkit, or mini masters if you use the sort of new Wizards term for this. So in Pack Wars or mini masters, what essentially you do is you take 3 of each of the different types of basic land. So three white, white, blue, black, red, green, and then combine that with a pack or a booster pack. Now this is one that's already been cracked, but in here I have 3 of each land. These are from, so this is like an old school type look to it, old school aesthetic. So this is using artwork from the Urza block, and I combined that when at the time with packs from 4th edition. So in here are basically, it's a set of 2, so we got enough land and 2 packs to basically for 2 of you to play pack wars. So yeah, that's what I had done. I'd build these pack wars toolkits, and again, if you want to see this in detail, have a look at one of the videos I've done on it. This is an interesting box, and I can't remember whether I've shown you these before, is that there's a room in the bottom as well for dice and stuff like that, so very handy way of putting to do. And doing this sort of stuff also makes a really good gift. I've given gifts of these to family members that play Magic, and yeah, it goes down very well. So anyway, seeing this pack, I thought, well, I could come up with a variant on this, and it's not something I've tried yet, so we're going to crack these, and then I'll go off and maybe report back at some later video about how good or bad it worked out. But I thought, what if I sort of extrapolated the basic concept of pack wars and applied it to a block, because these, like I said, have got 1 of each of the packs from the Return to Ravnica block. So the math on that, if you keep within that, would mean that you've got to scale everything up by 3. So this time you have 9 of each type of land. And again, in keeping with sort of aesthetics here, the land that I've got is the land from that particular block. And within this block there are actually 5 different pieces of artwork for each colour of mana, for each basic land, so that you end up with 4 times 2 and 1 as your sort of breakdown in the artwork for each colour. And then the idea being is that you basically crack open your packs. You also decide, are you going to be including in this the the promo as part of your sort of part of your deck, and then basically just play. So there's 2 ways you could do this. One is 2 of you buy this particular pack, and you each end up with, well, and if you're using this, it would be a 91 card deck, including your land. Or you basically do something very old school, which is to have a common library. So you simply do it with 1 of these and the aforementioned land. May or may not include the foil, depending on how good this is and whether or not you want the possibility of just 1 person drawing it. And you just play off a shared library. So everything else is unique to you, your hand, what's on your battlefield, and your discard deck. And again, you could decide you have a shared discard pile or not. But essentially you're playing from a shared library. Again, like I said, first time you do anything like this and you're just coming up with casual formats to experiment with, is to just tweak it. You might decide, well, actually having 50-50 split on the land, including the fact you might get some more land in here, might be too much. You might want to cut that down. So instead of having 9 of each colour of land, you have 8 of each, but you're only going to find that out by playing around. The main problem is, and the main argument for having 50-50 split, is that with all 5 colours, without a higher percentage of land than you would normally have, without the normal, roughly 33% land, or it's normally more than that. It's like 24 to 36 in a 60 card deck. Without that normal proportion, or without increasing, above that normal proportion, there's a good chance you're going to get colour screwed. So that's the argument in pack wars style setup, where you're using all 5 colours for having a higher proportion than normal of land. But again, that's something you might want to revise. So let's just crack these open. What does it say on the back? Yeah, it's just again more adverts for magic product, intro packs and fact packs. Other alternatives, if you haven't got the land, you haven't been opening fat packs, or have a a toolkit or something to get enough of the land, is you could just use one of many ways of having virtual mana. Like you might agree to you having so much mana in your pool per turn, something like that. So you can even do this without any land if you needed to. Just come up with some rule about how you generate your mana. So let's look at the foil, look at the promo. We've got Hamletback Goliath here. Put that in. So this is 6 and a red for 6/6. Creature, giant warrior, and you'll notice it's got this sort of promo symbol on here. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you may put X +1/+1 counters on Hamletback Goliath, where X is that creature's power. Okay, so if we go through in order. Okay, so firstly our commons, we've got Launch Party, Rootborn Defences, Urban Burgeoning, Mizium Skin, Search Warrant, Centaur Healer, Grizzly Salvage, Rakdos Shred Freak, Towering Indrik, Azorius Guildgate, so we're going to have some fixing here, Seek the Horizon, so that's our first uncommon, Heroes Reunion, Korozda Guildmage, Volatile Rig is our rare, so this is 4 colourless for a 4/4 artifact creature construct. It's got trample. Volatile Rig attacks each turn if able. When Volatile Rig is dealt damage, flip a coin. If you lose the flip, sacrifice Volatile Rig. When Volatile Rig dies, flip a coin. If you lose the flip, it deals 4 damage to each creature and each player. We've got a Centaur token and a Swamp. Greenside Watcher, Way of the Thief, Tin Street Market, Dutiful Thrall, Shamble Shark, Shattering Blow, Shielded Passage, Razor Tip Whip, Furious Resistance, Keymaster Rogue, Gifts of Orzova, so we're moving on to our uncommons, Simic Charm, Hold the Gates, and our rare is Wrecking Ogre, 4 and a red for a 3/3. Double Strike, it's also got Blood Rush, so for 3 and 2 red you can discard Wrecking Ogre, target attacking creature gets +3/+3 and gains Double Strike until end of turn. We have a Plains and a Soldier token. And then finally our Dragon's Maze pack. Ablarsar Gatekeepers, Nivix Cyclops, Is It Cluestone, Mutant's Prey, Steeple Rock, Riot Piker, Deputy of Acquittals, Gruel Cluestone, Crypt Incursion, Opal Lake Gatekeepers, Scab Clan Giant, so our first uncommon in this pack, Blast of Genius, Species Gorger, and our rare is Sire of Insanity, which is 4 black red for a 6/4. At the beginning of each end step, each player discards his or her hand. We've also got a Gilgate in here, so Lesnia Gilgate, because it's a Dragon's Maze pack. Promotion card. There we have it. So that's our cracks there for that particular 3-pack. And like I said, one experiment I'm going to try with this is just basically combining this with my land and using it in a sort of shared deck, shared library type game. But anyway, well, the other thing I'd be interested to know is, any of the people that watch the channel out there, if you've got any sort of interesting casual ways that you get maximum leverage out of a Magic product when you buy it, rather than just simply, cracking open the packs and sticking them in decks. If there's anything you do with packs or do any interesting casual formats, just stick it in the comments on the video. I'm always interested to learn about new casual formats. Thanks for watching.